my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride. For my brothers, no lie. All you can die. Never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
55, Mark, 55. Record. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
To throw, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Silver. Gun. Check Mike 40. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 40's Mike. 40. We're going to 53. Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing. Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 37 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, Delta.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He sets the 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Johnson was the intended receiver. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Kill.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Prescott's pass caught by Austin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Elliott running right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
There you go. Go right in. Right there. 54 Mike. There you go. Kill. Let's go.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Hey, wahoo!
Back near the goal line, Cousins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Watch the edge. Check. Fresno. First. Wide. Get right. Flipper. 15. Check 15.
On third down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, it's Cousins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the ball.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. 47.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. 4 receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Kill. 46.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's bring it. Mike 40, Mike 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
43 to Mike, 43. Here you go. Check, 43. There's a party now.
Throwing his Cousins. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
50 front truck. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, 47. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Elliott on 1st down to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Deuce. Here we're going to 53. Check. Here we go, 26.
This is Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
54, Mike. 54,
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Right there. 54, right there.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Prescott now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Get ready.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Play action now. Prescott. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's Pollard. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen. We're going to 54. Time's up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard taking it in. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch out. Hey, Steven. Hey, no, easy.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And now here's another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Three down. Hey, 47. Mike 40. Check. He's up. Switch. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
We're going to 54. Why here? Go. 40's a Mike. Here we go. 40's Mike. All you get is a headache. 26.
Prescott down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said,
and it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Stay at home. Stay. Throw. Check 31. Through. Watch it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Completes it to Austin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Prescott now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
There we go. Kill. Hey, kill.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, check.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is restricted.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
43. Check. 40. Go.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
Working out of the gun, Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike's 43. Black. Here I come.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Cousins now a woeful 5 of 17 thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10 here. Cousins again. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 64 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will get him one closer. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
46.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A loss of his down. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to look deep down. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Hey, box truck. Gun.
43 first down.
Keep it up, defense.
Hey, flipper.
Shift.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going to launch this. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. Here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 24, Prescott flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
First down, Prescott. Fighting to stay upright. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Prescott, and this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Here we go. Hey, here we go.
On first and 10, Prescott. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
We go 46. 46.
And again, it's Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Right there. All day, baby.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah,
and now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten there to make the grab. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
Switch. We're going to 54. Right here.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. To the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Right there. 54. We're going to 53. We got it. Rush in. 26.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Yellow, yellow, yellow. March 43. Bravo.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Again, it's Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go play action here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Cobb.
Here we go. 480. Hey, 47.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Hassan.
D-line, get that quarterback.
Throwing here, Prescott. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Prescott. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Gun.
Again, it's Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, I'm coming. Check 24, check 24.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Third down, Dalvin Cook. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Vikings.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Gun.
And now here's a carry heading left. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Gun.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.